intro it. You're watching Old School Gamer Live. Boom shakalaka.
Ladies and gentlemen,
we got brand new competition over here on Leagues Online. Please subscribe to Old School Gamer Live. Bring your gamepad and your pride. The competition's ramping up, and this is where you draw the line. If you got the passion, then you got the time. We got classic arcades. All you have to do is press rewind. From Nintendo, Capcom, Taito to Konami, Midway, Data East, Sega to Atari. Outrun anyone in the ever Ferrari. Become a rad race on any board and don't feel sorry. I'm battling waves of brigades and it feels so gnarly. I'm jumping through hoops and circuses just like Charlie. My killer instinct, bashful and spectator lobbies will ruin the party. Turtle shells all over your body. We got King Creole brings the stress, no quarter brings a test. Bring your A game, shut your mouth enough and less. Here's the quest, are you ready for the competition? Recognition on leaderboard beyond our comprehension. Be that one, be that number one guy who will decide on Old School Gamer Live.
Welcome, friends. Old School Gaming Companions. Hope you guys are doing great tonight. We have another episode of Old School Gamer Live coming straight at you. And like usual, I have my pal, KC, with me. What's up, dude? Good to see you.
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy, KC, King Creole, Mod Squad, whatever you want to call me. Happy Thursday.
Man, we have had a very, very, very busy week at work. KC has as well. We've been kind of hang in there. So we're going to fire this off. We have a super awesome guest tonight. We've been excited a long time to bring him on, and we finally have the opportunity here. We're going to talk a little bit about the new movie Token Tavern. We got Bob Rose with us tonight, the director, and it's going to be an absolute blast to check this movie out. He sent us the most final trailer that he's got, and we're going to be able to see that here in just a little bit, and then we're going to talk a little bit about this movie, the production of it, what made him make it, and what they're going to do with this thing. So a ton of people are in it. All of our pals from the old school,
a lot of our friends
is in that movie. I mean, this is a deeply rooted movie. So if you are in the community, this is something you need to be supporting. Get on with it. So, all right, let's fire off our stuff. What's going on here? First of all, guys, make sure you get your hashtag OSGL in the chat. I got some cool stuff this week. We have another back issue of Old School Gamer. Issue 31 will be going to you. You're going to get another one of these beautiful Konami Code enamel keychains. And this week, I'm throwing in one of these really sweet, they're basically a trade show. I don't know, what do you call it? A necklace to hold your trade show card, but you could use it for a keychain or whatever you want. So a small dog leash or something, who knows? So Old School Gamer Magazine branded is what that is. So all that will be going to the winner this week, random winner on the wheel. Okay, see what we got going on in latest newsland.
All right, so I got two things I want to talk about. Now, I know all you louts out there have been talking about Street Fighter, but I'm going to go ahead for those who wasn't in YouTube land and didn't see some of the video. Well, it's probably 100 videos, no quarter, that I've seen about it. But 6 days ago, the official announcement came out about, well, probably longer than that, but the Evo announcement of the Street Fighter. I think this is what a deluxe cab, right? It's not is it an XL? So deluxe cab. So I got to talk about this real quick. I know the chat gonna go nuts, but so I was on the show with Toxin and Mensa earlier this week, and we talked about modding and we talked about these cabs. I told them, now, Messiah Gaming, Mensa, he said he likes this cab. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I got a big blue, or I had a big blue. I think I would keep the big blue if I had it. I mean, there's no point to get this one, but hey, if you don't have a Street Fighter already, this is a slam dunk. You know, the thing that frustrates me, no quarter, about arcade went up sometime. As soon as you get a machine, they drop something that you really wanted even more. So it's like the Pac-Man. Now they make an announcement about what, a deluxe Pac-Man that's dropping, and then no quarter, you just add the other one. I'm sorry, XL.
Yeah, I got the deluxe. They dropped the XL. I bought this thing, a core. I would like to have the XL, but I like the size of this guy. It's actually a really nice size. It's it's a good size. You know, if I hadn't bought it yet, I'd definitely buy the XL. But now that I have, I ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna worry about it.
I'm with Mitchell B. So Mitchell B said he's keeping Big Blue. Now, this is the thing I'm gonna talk about right now, and I said this on the live. This new iteration of this IP is not for you folks that already got it. This is for the impulse buyer. This is for the nostalgic person who's gonna breeze by, who never heard of Arcade Went Up. I don't know how you have it, but there are folks who haven't heard about it, and they gonna see this machine for the first time. They're gonna buy it. They know what they're doing. Arcade Went Up are marketing geniuses, if you ask me, and they working the hell out of these IPs, man.
They're very smart. I love the deck on it. I love the dynamo.
The deck is nice, yeah.
It's really, really cool. It looks very real, man. I mean, that looks like the cab back in the day. Very good job on that. But yeah, I'm like these guys. I have Big Blue. I'm not going to sell it anytime soon. It's sitting right there. I play it actually quite often, funny enough. It has some really cool games on it, which are the same games that are on this thing. There might be one or two different games on this new one. So, not that big of a deal. I do like the look, but boy, if it was an XL, I might get rid of it if it was an XL. I might get rid of the big.
But no quarter. We knew this though. We knew that Arcade Went Up was going to do multiple iterations of some of these IPs, like NBA Jam's dropping I think it's a deluxe or XL NBA Jam. If you got the Shaq cab, you don't need that, but they're dropping a tournament edition cab. So I mean.
Yeah, I agree with Rascal on this. The Big Blue does have a heck of a slope on that deck, man. It's really there you go. Scroll to the game list there.
Yep. So Pro Gear, Battle Circuit, Giga Wing, that's one that's not on there. Captain Commando's not on there. Armored Warriors is not on there. King of Dragons is not. So these are a lot of new games on there.
Yeah. So there's 14 games. So yeah, there's some.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. If you don't have Big Blue or Yoga Flame or Shinku, I say pick this up. If you already got those items, I know folks that got all of that. I mean, hey, pick it up. But that's my current news. I want to talk about the magazine. I want to talk about an article here. Let me pull this up.
Let's talk about who we got hanging out with us tonight. We got all of our regular homeboys hanging out. We got Six. We got Say Crow. Good to see you guys. We got Mitchell. We got Bad Guy Mike. We got Jedekiah. We got Herb. Good to see you, man. Mr. Jer, the man.
Gang's all here.
Good to see him. We got Rascal here even. Good to see you, dude. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see everybody.
Good to see everybody. So Jedekiah said mod life is the best life. I'm into mod now heavily. And what I showed when No Quarter pulls this back up, I was showing my first modding project. I got it on my desk right now. But we'll talk about that after this. But I want to talk about, for those who have the magazine, or if you can view it online, turn your attention to page 51. I want to talk about the field guide. Now, Tristan, our friend Tristan, made a field guide to collecting. That topic, downsizing a large collection. Now, I know folks like No Quarter and myself, at one point in life, we had big collections. But due to some family situations and some other situations, we had to downsize. So if you're a collector, I know we got Sace out there. We got Rascaler Rascaler's collection is nuts. I mean, he's got all kind of stuff in that basement. We got a bunch of collectors. Mensa, check out this article. He talks about how to downsize. What is priority, No Quarter? What was nostalgic to you? Me personally, I focus on Nintendo because Sega, that's not my nostalgia. Only thing I had for Sega that I literally owned was a Game Gear. I got a Game Gear and games. I'm not focusing on collecting Master System. I'm not focusing on collecting.
I didn't know anything about Master System until I was like 14, 15 years old. I didn't even know that even existed. So
Same here, man. I'm not. Tristan talks about getting a little more intentional with your collection. My nostalgia early on was Atari 2600. NES, SNES, and Game Boy, obviously, and the Game Gear. I'm not going to go buy a Intellivision and start an Intellivision collection. That's just not. So if you're into having an intentional collection, go check out Tristan's article. It's talking about downsizing a large collection. Now I'm going to show you guys, everybody talking about why my name is Mod Squad. In my latest news, I'm going to show y'all. This was my first modding project. So the year was 2002 or 3, I think two or 3. I got the Halo Edition Xbox. This was the first thing that I opened up, put chips in, modded. It was the OG Halo Edition Xbox. I want to hear in the chat, folks. If you guys are modders, what was the first thing that you modded? I had somebody earlier this week, Mensa. Mr. Mensa said, you got to hear this one, though, Quarter. Mr. Mensa said his first modding project was a SNES to get it to play the international titles he picked up in Japan. This is when he was younger.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's it for me.
Good job, man. Let's pull up this list that Rascal sent over here, the comparison of the Big Blue to the new Deluxe here. So, looks like the Deluxe has 2 extra games, doesn't it?
So, here we go. 2 extra games. So, now that does make it worth it now.
And it's got Final Fight.
It's got Final Fight. Oh, I didn't know this Final Fight. This is a tough one, folks. Hey, I think I'm gonna see a bunch of Big Blues on offer up. That's what I think.
Rascal, don't send lists like that over again, okay?
Yeah, Rascal, you done messed us up.
Look at this guy. He's over here. Holy crap! All right, now
that's it for me.
All right, very good, man. I have a little thing I want to talk about. I met this band at the last show I was at. What the hell was that show, man?
What was the name of this? Cleveland? No, not Cleveland.
Classic Game Expo.
Classic.
Classic Game Expo. I met these guys at Super Monster Party. These guys are absolute lunatics, totally badass. Let's check out their latest music video here, guys. You're going to absolutely love this.
What do we have here? Doom by Super Monster Party. Fuck yeah! Let's check this out.
Sugar Shell's gonna send them back to...
So pretty cool band, guys. Go check them out.
I want to see No Quarter featured on the next track from this band.
Those guys got me by about 20 years worth of playing. I've been playing quite a long time. But yeah, check those guys at Super Monster Party. We're gonna have them on the show hopefully very soon. I want to try to get them on where they can play live or something. Man, that would be super cool. They sound just like that live too. Like they are super tight. Like it's very impressive, especially to play those blast beats like that accurately. I mean, freaking really cool, really cool. All right, guys, let's bring on our pal Bob Rose. We have been so excited to talk to him about this movie. It's so freaking cool. Let's check out the trailer right now.
Our arcade has always kind of been a thing.
There are a huge number of arcade bars popping up all over the country.
It's this new meeting ground for people. They're doing gangbuster business.
We've been busy. We've been trying to keep beer stocked. It's nuts.
Being able to experience this piece of our childhood, the whole nostalgia aspects of it, they just go so well together.
Come on in, play the games, have a beer, a whiskey, my preference whiskey, but
When I walked into my first arcade bar, I was just like almost in tears. I'm like, oh my God, someone gets me.
You get to do something that you love and share it with a community that's incredibly supportive.
90s hip-hop, beers and video games. You're doing good work.
You can't have a business like this and not be passionate about it.
Play the game with the owner of this place and he destroyed me. I might leave that in the Yelp review.
Hi, Stormy.
Hi.
Only in 2020, Stormy Daniels is coming in a reboot.
Donald Trump's favorite character in Mario Kart was Toad.
I'm triggered. I'm leaving.
I was like, oh my God, this guy's gonna have wrestling too in this place.
If you want to play, like maybe we'll wager like tonight's tab on it.
Sweating.
The connection that goes beyond the physical game.
If it wasn't for this place, I wouldn't be who I am today.
I never thought it would become a spot where people love it as much as they do. We're just a friendly neighborhood arcade bar.
Token Taverns, boom shakalaka.
So there we go, guys. Token Taverns. We're gonna bring Bob on right now. How in the heck are you, man?
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Hey, thanks for being on, man. We are excited to see this thing. It's got, like we said earlier, it's got all of our favorite people in it. So you definitely had a good casting agent when you were looking for actors, huh?
Man. Yeah. Well, it's funny because, I mean, the movie follows these arcade bars over the course of like 2 years, but it was important to me to kind of root that in some sort of history of gaming and kind of bring it, legitimize it to the community. So these guys are kind of the ones that kind of take us along the journey to tell us where they see these arcade bars going and kind of the impact that they've made so far.
Yeah, I agreed, Bob, when the first person said he started crying or he had tears in his eyes. I felt the same way because it's kind of like you're going back in time. We all remember that first time going into Chuck E. Cheese. First time going into Aladdin's Castle. Wasn't no liquor then. But now, here we are, years later, and now it's like we reliving that, but with alcohol and other things going. I mean, you can't beat it.
Right. I mean, that was the big thing for me in the decision in making this movie. This is my third film, but this is like the first film that I've done where it's super something that I'm into. My wife and I were fully into the community. I mean, these arcade bars that are in the movie are kind of like our hangs, but you have the nostalgia of looking back at these old arcades, but now you can take your own kids. Like during the day, it's very family friendly. You can bring your own kids and have that nostalgia, but at nighttime, you can have your favorite like oat soda and enjoy your games. And I'm a big craft beer guy. I always wanted to make a craft beer movie, but there's just so many of those. And I also wanted to make a video game movie. It was definitely a box I wanted to check. So this kind of did both. Plus, we're the first arcade bar movie ever, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah. But, what I've noticed over the past 2 or 3 years since we've been making this film is that these arcade bars have made a huge impact on the growth, along with the home gaming, right? The home arcade scene and these arcade bars have really drove the need, the want. I mean, we all know how much more these machines cost than they did
Man.
in 2019. I mean, this guy right here.
Ooh, I see that.
When I bought it, was $1,000 cheaper if I had just bought it 5 months earlier, and that was in the middle of when we were filming. And matter of fact, this machine is actually part of the movie when these games kind of roll out and the big, kind of the hoopla around that. So, it's been a lot of fun, man. It really has. I mean, look, this is what we do whether we're shooting or not. I was at Parkade just a few days ago. Just that's our cheers. That's where we hang.
Nice. Let's talk about the journey of making this movie. How did you guys go about shooting it? Did you set up days that you're going to shoot at certain locations? How did you do it?
Sure.
Little back end stories.
Absolutely. So we started filming a little bit before, the back end of 2019, going into 2020.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. We've been filming this thing for a while, and part of the reason for that, and you'll see in the movie, is we got hit with COVID, and that's very much
was that right when COVID hit?
Yeah,
it was a little bit before.
We had
filmed, we had filmed some, and we had filmed some interviews, and we had definitely zeroed in on what we wanted to do. But I hadn't filmed any of the major interviews yet. When you start these things, you just are like, I want to shoot. Let's find the movie through shooting and going to all these places. I travel a lot with work. I work in reality TV and documentaries, and I'm always traveling. So every time I go to a new city, I would check out an arcade bar. That's just what I would do anyway. So we had filmed a few arcade bars, nothing super duper major. And then we got kind of hit with COVID. The idea originally was, we're just going to travel all around the country. We're going to just check out the biggest arcade bars in the country and just kind of see what we get. But then COVID gave us a big hurdle, and we pivoted. Like we all did, we pivoted. And it was really to our advantage that happened, because what it did was it curbed us into Florida, and it curbed us into the Tampa Bay area. So what we ended up doing was we ended up really investing in these 3 arcade bars that I was going to almost every day through 2 years. So it really is a rich story with these 3 arcade bars. And then we also filmed one in Fort Lauderdale called Glitch. And that's how I met Billy Mitchell. He actually plays there. That's where he plays. And Neil Hernandez, who is kind of a big arcade tech in the Florida Southeast area, he's like, hey, I got Billy Mitchell plays here all the time. You want to come and do the interview? I'm like, of course. So that's kind of how it happened. It was very serendipity of one thing leads to the next. We filmed at the Chicago Pinball Expo in 2021. It was still a little COVID-y. And that's when we filmed interviews with Walter Day, Tim Kidsrow, Paul Niemeimer. I filmed some more interviews at Free Play Florida here in Orlando a couple years ago. And that really kind of made the grouping of our arcade legends, if you will, that kind of, they tell the story of arcade bars as a whole. And these other ones, you're like a fly on the wall of the bar, and you're actually seeing everything happen. It's very much you're living there, It's definitely not a talking head documentary, but these other guys kind of, that's where they play. What are arcade bars? Why are they big? And what does the future hold for them? Throughout the course of the movie. So they chime in a few times throughout the course of the film. There's also an 80s section. So we tell our history of gaming in 4 minutes in our own little unique way, and kind of how that leads to the birth of the arcade bar.
Now in Orlando, you say you in Orlando. I was just out there and I noticed, I was telling another buddy in the community, Toxin, he's in Orlando, and we were talking about a lot of the bars you guys got out there, like arcade spots. Some of them have the redemption games, right? But then you got a bunch of retro spots out there.
Absolutely. The Orlando scene's big as well. I mean, here's the thing, guys. If you are in a halfway decent sized city, you have an arcade bar. That's the thing. And even through COVID, I noticed when I would like search the hashtag arcade bar, go on TikTok, search arcade bar hashtag, and it's going to fill up with the UK and all these people who are actually across the pond and all these places that are opening. So it not only has it slowed down since I started filming, but because of COVID, it got even bigger because people were tired of being cooped up. And all these people fell in love with arcade machines, with Arcade 1-Up and doing home gaming and home arcades. Yep. That once they could get out, they wanted to go to see the real thing. They wanted to be in that environment, you know?
Yeah. It's crazy how the home arcade, cabinets like these ones have spurred that interest. You know, it's like, oh, I got a little taste. Now I want to go play the real thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Hey,
here.
Go ahead, Bo.
Messiah asks, where do you do your production? Do you have your own studio to edit?
I do it right here. Here's my my desk is like right here in the corner. I keep it really close to the pinball machine. This is
Right
my
there.
office. This is my office, and I have 3 arcade machines and a pinball. I can barely move right now. It's
What arcades you got there, man? I got some full size ones myself. What you got?
Well, I have greatly scaled down when we just moved to we built a new house which was smaller. At one point, we filled during COVID, we filled up our entire dining room. I mean, we have full size Golden Tee, 4 pinball machines. But right now, I've scaled it all down. I have obviously Avengers. That's where I spend most of my time. I have a Legends Ultimate.
Oh, we love the Legends Ultimate.
That was my first machine, and that was pre Token Taverns, and probably a big catalyst for what led me. The home arcade scene kind of pushed me into this a little bit. I was like,
November 2019. That's where I met that guy.
Right.
We met on the ALU scene.
Yeah, these stupid cabinets, man, forced us into this stuff, man. Look at us now.
Right. Yeah, I got a Class 81 Arcade 1-Up. I actually have a pretty cool PlayStation 4 cab that's got a 42-inch screen and Arcade 6, and we just play fighting games. So it's really cool.
Cab?
Yeah.
Display? Like a
display? Yeah, it's like almost like a pedestal. So you got the whole deal, and then it's not on the wall. It's actually connected to it. But, oh my God, your eyes bleed because Ryu is so damn big on the screen, you know. But it's really cool playing. Like when Street Fighter 6 came out, that was like, okay, we're all going to play on the arcade machine. So I just put arcade stuff on there, fight games, and newer arcade type games. So that's it.
Nice.
Cool. So let's talk about where you have been showing your movie. You're doing a tour right now, basically, right? You're doing a tour, playing in different theaters. Where have you been, and where are you going to end up at the end of the year here?
Okay, cool. I'll tell you what we've done and kind of some of the plans, and also kind of where we're at with streaming as well. Okay, so we did our first official screening in April at AMC here in Tampa, and we were at the Sunscreen Film Festival. We sold out. We sold out that screening weeks before it actually screened. And we were like one of the only movies to do that. Like they almost needed to put us in a bigger theater. Wow. So we did that one. We did another really cool. They've all been very unique. So the second one we did was at a place called Unlimited Video Games Superstore here in Tampa. It's one of the biggest video game stores I've ever seen, with an arcade inside. And they had this awesome courtyard when it wasn't as hot. And we had this nighttime. I mean, the moon's in the background. It was beautiful. My buddies, I got a lot of AV contacts. They brought out these awesome projector sound system, and it was a big event. We had food trucks. It was just a whole event. So we did that. That was our second. We also showed in Fort Lauderdale at this theater that was like, it's one of the oldest theaters in Florida. I mean, the theater, I think it started in like 1953 or something. And we opened next to, on the same day as the preview of Indiana Jones, and we outsold that at that theater that night. I mean, everybody in the lobby was there for us, which was super cool. Yeah, I mean, as a movie guy, I mean, just to be showing your movie in the summer in a movie theater, it was something I never thought I would be able
That's
to do.
a big deal, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
all,
So
all the drops that came out in this summer. I mean, yeah, that's an honor.
Right. And then just the weekend before last, we were at the Southern Fried Gaming Expo, and we did a panel there, and then Retro Ralph was there with me as well, who's in the cast, and then we screened it there. A little bit of a smaller, intimate screening, but what was really cool about it was that the entire audience was part of the community. You know, that was the first time that everybody in the audience was into the scene, and B, except for Retro Ralph, nobody was really connected to the movie. So that's when I was like really watching, like getting the real like reactions, because you know when somebody's in the movie or that's my buddy, it's a little different, right? So so that's what we did there. That's our screening so far. I will tell you this, and I'm crossing my fingers on this. Literally today, I sent an email to Smod Castle Cinemas in New Jersey, which is owned by Kevin Smith, and we're trying to do a screening there. Kevin Smith, Clerks, he owns a theater in New Jersey, so we're going to try to do a screening there. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be screening at Chicago Pinball Expo this following year. I think in October, but at that point, around that time is probably when it's also going to come out on streaming. I just submitted it, or I just turned it in to my distributor. They're doing like their whole QC process. Once I pass QC, like I'll have a release date. And so I'm thinking like late fall. We'll see. I mean, you guys will know as soon as I do. But it'll be a quick process. Once they give me the date, it'll come out like within the month.
So distributing through like Netflix, Hulu, where are you going to be? Where you through?
Well, we'll see, right? So here's the way it works in the film. Like when you come out with a film, is you get linked up with a distributor. My distributor is called Indie Rights, and that's what their job is. Their job is
they broker the deals, yeah.
Right, and they're a really cool distributor. They actually distributed the documentary that just came out about G4 Network. You guys remember that?
Yeah,
G4. Yeah. So they distributed that movie as well, which I thought that was pretty cool. Just good bunch of people over there.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of the game plan. We're mid-fall, I'm thinking, and then over the next year, I'm going to be hitting a lot of retro cons and a lot of game fests and stuff like that.
We got a question here. Physical editions, and they're looking for VHS. That's what they really like to see.
Okay, so
actually, man,
let me tell you some cool stuff. I'll give you guys some inside track stuff that I haven't told anybody yet. So first off, it'll come out for digital, like rent, buy, like you normally would see. Then we are going to come out with physical media as far as a Blu-ray. The Blu-ray will have documentaries. It'll have a lot of like some of the deleted scenes. We're also going to do director's commentary. That will come out. And I'm really gauging interest, so it's really cool somebody asked that. I want to do a certain number of special edition VHSs. And the way I would do that is in the big fat clamshell cases, Super 80s, and it will include, I mean, obviously it's a collector's item.
The rental clam case. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, the old school.
Yeah,
Right.
hell yeah.
Exactly. But when you buy that, I'm wanting to include a download code. So you actually can, instead of buying the download, you can just wait and get, or maybe when you get the VHS, you also get the movie.
I would definitely purchase that.
Hell yeah. I think you need to do that for sure, man. And then do an extremely limited run of Betamax. Just 20 Betamax.
Laserdisc too.
Laserdisc, yes, I have some. I still have some Laserdisc.
So, Bob, but any plans to come west?
Where are you guys at?
I'm in Los Angeles.
I mean, I would love to. I haven't made any plans yet. As far as the screening stuff goes, I will tell you we're definitely kind of winding down. I wanted, so I don't know if we're going to screen in Los Angeles, but I definitely see myself being at a convention or an expo over the next year for sure.
Okay.
And if the movie's out, if it's on streaming, I mean, they'll probably at least have me do a panel or something like that. And I'm also hoping to do some big stuff in Chicago. A lot of our guys from the movie, Tim Kidsrow, A lot of those guys are all in Chicago. Doc Mack.
Doc Mack.
Yeah. So yeah, it's this is the fun part, right? This is where
I'm about to say
That's where you're reaping your hard work, right? You're getting the winnings back. Let me ask you this, man. I want to get a little technical with you. So you produced a movie that is playing on the big screen, right? So you're not kicking this thing out in 720, right? How are you outputting this? And what editor are you using, first of all? You in Final Cut? You in Media Composer? Where are you at?
Okay, so I mean, my movie's 4K. I have a 4K master. I will tell you this: the way the streaming networks are, and obviously the way Blu-ray works is Blu-ray is 1080. So the first initial digitals will probably, the main ones will be 1080. However, down the line, when things kind of dissipating a little bit, I've talked to my distributor about doing a new version of it in 4K, and bigger, fatter, and uncut, with just a bunch of extra stuff. Bunch of extra, and just for the people. It's really for the people in the community who want more.
Yeah, that's release it originally officially in 1080, and then do exactly what you're talking about, man. An extended cut, full 4K. What cameras were you using on this gig?
I use Panasonic GH5s. Oh, and by the way, I do use Adobe Premiere as well. That's my editor, at least for home. I mean, I use all editors for work and stuff, but I cut this movie in Premiere, and I use Panasonic GH5s. I have 2 of those, drones, all that good stuff. We're very much an internal production company. This is my 3rd film, and I have all the equipment, and me and my wife. I mean, it's almost just either me or it's me and my wife. Sometimes my son, and that's it. No, that's it. We keep it very small. I've been doing this for a long time, so I know what to get. I like to keep it small and intimate so that you can hang out at the bar and not be standing with some big boom pole. I need to blend in, right? I need to blend in. So half the time I'm shooting like this,
So were you just running with shotgun mics, or are you running lavaliers? How are you?
I mic everybody. Yeah. So I have I definitely have a shotgun, but look, dude, 95% of this movie, if not 90 or so, is in a bar. And so let's talk about this in a sound.
Yeah.
The sound in a bar is not great. So everybody, I put lavaliers like on almost everybody. And then I could just kind of stand back and not be in your face. Mm-hmm. And I can get these great moments. I mean, you'll see some of the funny. I mean, there's a lot of laughs in this movie. I will tell that most people wouldn't realize until they watch it. There's a lot of laughs in this. And some of the funniest moments is when I'm kind of like way back there and they don't even know I'm recording. It's like all that barfly conversation, there's arcades and it's totally a gaming movie, but it's also cheers. There's also people drinking and hanging out and while they're playing games. So it's the combo that I think is a unique mix for this movie. It's a very fun movie. So it's a very fun watch.
So while you were filming this thing, you got a lot of time with Billy Mitchell. I imagine you had a lot of time watching him interact with people, watching him play.
Mm-hmm.
That boy really play like a sumbitch, like we all know he does. I know he does. I've watched him on Twitch for hours and hours and hours. I'd love to watch him compete against somebody, man. That would be funnier than hell.
Right. Well, this isn't about Billy Mitchell competing. I didn't see any of that. Although I think he did get a perfect score on Pac-Man at Glitch. So we touched on that. But it's more like his deal with us was like, I don't know, everything I thought I knew about Billy Mitchell, I just kind of had to throw that out the window because he was really cool. I'll tell you the one thing that I like about Billy Mitchell, and if people haven't seen him at a convention, this is absolutely true. If he does a convention, he's usually the first person there, and he's like the last person to leave. And he loves to just talk with people. One thing he does a lot, and this is what I filmed with him, is he'll always play Pac-Man. I don't think we have him play Donkey Kong at all in the movie. There is a really cool sequence where he does something that's in the trailer that with one of the owners, but he likes to play Pac-Man because he can talk to you. Donkey Kong is such a intense thing that he can play Pac-Man. He's just talking to everybody, and that's the way he does a lot of his streams. And that's kind of the stuff that we saw. And that's what he does at conventions. If you see him at convention, you'll never see him playing Donkey Kong. He's always playing Pac-Man because he always says, I put it in my hidey hole and then I can go to the bathroom where I can talk to people.
Yeah.
Because he's got his magic spot to where he can put it, and the ghost won't get him.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, Bob, where can everybody find this movie right now, or at least find information about it?
Look, the best thing, because we don't have a release date yet, but it is coming super soon, everyone. So the best thing everybody can do right now is on whatever your favorite social media platform is, follow Token Taverns. It's Token Taverns, one word. And we're literally on everything. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on we're on TikTok. We do a lot of TikTok stuff. And we're going to move. I think we're going to make a natural progression over to Twitch as well and start doing some chill and chat drink streams where we're just hanging out, having beers and talking, We
would love to team up and do a live stream of it at some point. If you want to do something like that, maybe do something like a virtual reality stream of it or something, I just like to team up, man. It'd be cool.
Well, when it goes on to things like Amazon Prime and some of these, because it'll definitely be on there at some point. A lot of these now have these built-in like watch parties, which is pretty cool.
I'd love to have those. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, and I mean, look, anybody watching the stream right now, if you message Token Taverns, you're messaging me. Definitely reach out. Say, hey, this movie looks really cool. And I'll keep you posted myself. Like, I love that. I love this community. I love the support that we've gotten so far. Because even though we are making this movie for the masses, we really are making it for the community. And that's why even when we showed it at Southern Fried Gaming Expo, that was just so important to me, because I just wanted to know that the community was going to embrace this movie,
Definitely. Before we let you go, man, what is the future for you? Are you going to do another movie along these lines? Are you going to do another documentary? Or have you even thought of what's next yet?
Right. So, what's funny is when I finished my second, I was already thinking about Token Taverns. And so I think what's next for me is really over the next year, just really pushing this movie out and being just a ambassador to let people know about this movie. However, I do work in documentary television, unscripted television. And so I think my next steps is going to be to try to retool this over to be a weekly series, where we could have an hour-long show, maybe a 6-episode series called Token Taverns. Each episode maybe is Chicago. Episode 2 is Los Angeles. And then we just pick 1 or 2 arcade bars and we tell their story. Over the course of that one episode.
Yeah, it's super cool. A couple years ago, that kind of got me started with Old School Gamer magazine, as I did an article called Save the Cade. It was right when COVID was hitting and all the arcades were dead. I mean, just dead. So all of this stuff that you're doing is right in the same vein as what got me into it, was trying to revigorate it, and trying to get people interested in it again. And so, man, yeah, we definitely need to team up, man. We do some cool stuff.
Absolutely, man. I am down. I'm down anytime, man. You just let me know, brother.
Awesome. I will. Thank you so much for being on the show, Bob. We will talk to you soon, man.
Cheers to you guys, man.
Thank you.
Super cool guy.
That's a pretty neat idea, man, to do a weekly series. That's dope.
That's a great idea, man. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about everything he's doing.
Yeah.
He's doing awesome stuff for the community. Just continuing the life of the old school gamer, right? It's basically what he's doing here. I love it. All right, let's get on here, guys, to our weekly tournament roundup. We got some cool stuff going on this week. We have, now believe me, guys, I played this table last night. This is freaking fun, man. Fire this one off. Clown 2019. It looks hilarious, but believe me, it's a blast. It really is.
Face.
You guys are going to absolutely love this one. Yeah. Fire this one off, guys. Clown 2019 Weekly Pinball Challenge. The NCAP FX Pinball FX Challenge this week is the Curse of the Mummy. Get in on that one. It looks like a super cool table. our pals over at Polycade. They're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. These guys are the kings of the commercial location cabinet. If you have a bar, if you have a hair salon, if you got a doctor's office, if you got anything, if you got, hell, even a hotel, they've made a whole package here to outfit a hotel. Wouldn't that be sweet to go to your hotel and you could pick a room that has a Polycade? I'd pick that room. I sure as hell would. So check those guys out. They're always doing some awesome stuff. And they have really cool, you talk about glitch bar. They have a really sweet set of a glitch bar with the Polycade there. They have, as you can see here, they got a whole summer tour going across a bunch of different states. So check that out. And we're going to also fire off their recent video here. So there's that super cool looking game. I think he just gave that to me today. Actually, old Ronnie was very kind and hooked up my new PC with a whole bunch of AGS stuff on there. So we're going to be able to show some of that. Me and Casey both have a Polycade on order. So once that does show up, we'll be able to do a lot more Polycade stuff. So we're very excited to have our cabinets arrive whenever they do. And also because it does play Fightcade, it does play Antstream, plays all this other stuff that we access all the time. So we're going to be able to host a lot more tournaments. We're not going to just be, locked down to the Arcade 1-Up, which is cool to play the tournaments on the Arcade 1-Up cabinets. It's cool to do that. But this opens up the possibilities, guys. I mean, tenfold. Because all you have to do is download the AGS software on your computer, and you can compete in those leaderboards, and it's free. So... why not? Why not? Why not get started there and get your, build up your computer, make your powerhouse, and you start downloading Steam stuff on there. I mean, it's the end all basically. This is what KC and I are doing now.
Yeah,
we're getting the cabinets that are the few cabinets that we can't live without. The cabinets that we actually want, the real cabinets, and then we're going to supplement the arcade. With the Arcade 1-Ups, right? But our main streaming machine will be the Polycade. It's going to be the powerhouse. It's got the built-in webcam. It's got the trackball. All this crap. It's ready to go. It's ready to go.
So I'll tell you, no quarter. I'm about to derail you. So you guys ready for what I'm about to do?
Mute him.
Hold on. So he said he's done, right?
What? I don't know what he's going to show. I don't want to see it.
He ain't done.
What the hell is it?
He ain't done yet.
Oh, the Time Crisis? 4 games on it?
4 games. Steel Gunner. Well, Steel Gunner 2, Point Blank, and Time Crisis.
Point Blank?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you was done. Hold on. Wait, hold on.
Deluxe too. Look at it. It's a deluxe.
Hey, look. I'll get him real quick. Hey, I'm not done yet. Mensa.
Out of here.
Let's see. Let me so how you love those apples? They got a pedal. So check this out, folks.
Pedal is badass.
Oh my, hey man. Damn.
Does this have leaderboards?
I saw where you can scan the code, so I think it got some kind of score thing.
See if there's leaderboards for this. If this has leaderboards, guys, this might be one to get, and this might replace the big buck, unfortunately.
Hey, so look, Mitchell B, this is real. I think this is real, Mitchell B. They can't fake. You can't. It'll be a lot to fake this one because this looks like the actual ad.
Yeah, we could fake it, but
really,
it looks pretty accurate, man. It looks like it's probably real.
All right. Well, we'll stay tuned in no quarter. Oh, wait. Mensa confirming it's real. He's confirming.
This boy always
5'10". It's 5'10".
This boy is. I don't even know how much money he's made me spend over the years. It's unbelievable. All right, let's get back. We get derailed here. Unbelievable. Let's get back here. All right, go hang out with us at the Arcade High Scores Challenge Club on Facebook. The OGs of the OGs. These are the boys that were playing the games back in the 80s. They're still playing them. We're doing challenges on Facebook, so hang out with us over there. Our pals over at Retro Games Fun. We got a new set of games to vote on right now, so get over there and vote on the game that we're going to be playing this weekend. I think I voted for. I can't remember. I can't remember, man. I've been doing so much stuff lately. I know I threw a vote, and I can't remember what game it was though. Hang out with the pal Warren and Neo Turf Masters. He just got done with his July challenges. Doesn't mean he's not going to fire off August challenges. He's always doing cool stuff over there. If you love Neo Turf Masters, if you love golf, if you love gaming, this is a great place to hang out. Go hang out with us. Hang out with our pals, Raskler and Shotgun Sean, every Tuesday on that gaming show. They're always doing fun stuff, always playing games, pulling pranks, doing stunts. It's a blast. Our pal Six has his silly little show here, the Super Ultra Saturday Mega Show. He's doing all kinds of funny stuff on there, working himself over there. His alter ego, constantly beating himself up. That's a blast to watch. DuckTales Part 3, and he's been doing a very good job on this. I've actually been pretty impressed with his gameplay.
Yeah, he's been good on this one.
Yeah, he has. Sure. Our pal Brandon over at Game Junction. Go hang out with him. He's over in Phoenix right now, where Six should be. He's actually at the Phoenix Game Fest. What the hell is going on over there? The classic?
Yeah, the Phoenix
Game Fest. Yep. Phoenix Game Fest is popping, and that's where Brandon's at right now. Go check out his channel. All right. Last week's game of the week. Let me pull this up.
That shit was hard.
That was, man.
That was brutal.
All right.
I know I didn't beat your score. I tapped out.
Where's my screen at? Get out of here. All right. We'll screen this. All right. Akari Warriors, guys. That was absolutely ridiculous. One of the hardest challenges we've had in a long time. Oh, look at all these new hover.
Hover?
What's that? Sensible Soccer is tough as nails. And then Gaiden can be a fun one. But, okay, Akari Warriors. Leaderboard. Following. Sacro. You punk. Look at him.
Damn, Sacro.
10K higher. I thought I had this one in the bag, but Sacro slipped right on by.
Yeah.
Hot shot that he is. Unbelievable. That's fine. That's fine because this week, I am very excited because I think I get a good chance. Where's my banner? I only have 10 million banners. This week's game of the week, guys, is Total Carnage.
Oh boy. Now we talking. Now we talking my language.
Now let's go through, and I'm going to tell you what we're doing differently. This is not going to be what you find on the regular tournament banner. What you're going to be doing is you're going to play now. You'll scroll on down here and you will find, I've been playing it, of course, so you'll find it right here on my play again, but it'll be in here somewhere. Probably in games with challenges, right there, Total Carnage. So you pull up Total Carnage, you'll go over to the challenges, and here it is, War.
We're going to pick a challenge.
Okay, so that's the challenge of the week, War. What is it good for? You see it listed right there.
Absolutely nothing.
Yep. Now to check the score, once you click this, you go over here to the this current positions, and you will be able to see what the scores are. So going down to following now, you'll see this must have been a challenge at some point before because we do have a couple of our scores on here. But now this is a blast of a game, or a challenge, I mean, and you'll see why, because you don't fire around at all. All you do is have to last the longest sort of thing. So let me fire this off and I'll show you guys. It's really...
Right, let me get mine going.
That's one thing I love about Antstream is they have the code, they have the ability, controller will connect. They have the ability to do all these different crazy challenges in different parts of the game. It's so cool. Why is my controller not connecting? Huh. She's usually really good about it. All right, whatever. I will use the keyboard. Stay alive somehow. That's it. 9 seconds. Here, let's fire this back off again. Here, I'm going to turn this volume down. There we go. And my controller still has not connected. That's so weird. All right. All right, definitely needed that. That's going to save the day. That's going to... Oh. For these... Okay. Oh, 18 seconds. Okay, so this is going to be a game of getting all the power-ups as quickly as you can. Let's try this again here. You're muted, Casey. Wow, this...
I'm at 20 seconds.
Get it. All right, 22, 23.
Well, 21 seconds now.
I'm kind of hanging in there. Not bad for running on a keyboard. I'm going to die. Ah! 39 seconds. Let's see where that puts me. That might be a good run right there. Let's see here. Where does 39 seconds put me? Oh, it only gave me 38. Look at that. It ripped me off. I'm right below Dragon. Look at this. So there you go, guys. Game of the week this week is Total Carnage. Casey, are you going to fire it off? Or
yeah, I'm playing now.
All right. Well, I'll give it one more run then. I'll give you a chance to beat my score.
All right. What's the score to beat?
Well, Todd Russell has 42 seconds.
All right. Let me try to do this. 42 seconds. Good Lord.
Up. Don't hit the bombs, guys. Landmines. Dodge those. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, anytime you guys want to play NBA, let me know, man. You know, I got mine sitting here too. We can we don't have to stream it live. We can just play it. I'm down.
35 seconds.
You got 35?
Oh, 39 seconds.
39?
Yep, I think so.
All right. You can't let that happen.
Let me see.
I got to get at least 50 seconds.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, I can't see the challenge score. Oh, here we go.
The power-up.
Oh, hey, 40 seconds. 40 seconds. I got no quarter on his heels. I'm 2 behind Todd now. Let's get it, baby. Last chance, no quarter.
Ooh, you don't want to see where I'm at.
45 seconds. Oh, he just...
Close your eyes.
Look at this. All right, I'm going to be working on this tonight.
Yeah, see, this is a cool challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, I like this.
I love different stuff like this, where it makes a new game out of an old
1
game.
minute. Oh, Todd gonna be pissed.
Look at this. Oh, he's already pissed. I want to see what Sacro can do. I'm gonna bet there's gonna be 2 or 3 minutes from Sacro. What are those? Oh, you got to get the hell away from them.
Yeah, you gotta get the hell away.
Hilarious. I can't believe how far I've gone from the freaking keyboard here. So the secret is if you move all the way to the very top and the very bottom, you can get around those tanks. I'm not getting that again. Oh, look at this.
Oh, shit.
Wow, how long is this going to go?
2 minutes.
Move up. Oh, this is going to be tough.
This is going to be tough to beat no quarter.
Holy crap.
He got 2 minutes in there.
And I have no rounds. Oh, man, that's it. I'm done. 208.
That's tough.
Wow. So there's the time, guys. 208. I'm amazed I pulled that off live.
Oh, nah. I thought he was done.
Yeah, 129.
Wow. Look, oh, I see Saces. Oh, Sace is on the boards.
You better be. You better be competing.
Sace is on the boards.
All right, guys. Well,
all right.
There is another episode. No, hold on a minute. We got a whole other segment here. What am I doing?
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Oh, countdown.
Also, but our old school weekly countdown.
What did King Creole pick this week, no quarter?
Casey's top 5 handheld, basically Tiger handhelds.
Tiger handhelds.
I don't know if the 5th one is a Tiger handheld, but we'll just call it.
It is. It is actually no quarter.
Yeah, sure as hell is, isn't it?
I told you. So number 5 is the Wheel of Fortune. I had this. This was so if you was broke like me, your parents got you a Tiger electronic. You couldn't get the Game Boy, which I got it eventually, but these were stocking stuffers. Late 80s, I had this in my stocking for Christmas. It was a Wheel of Fortune Tiger handheld. Number 5.
I actually have that game still. I have it.
You still got yours?
Well, I actually bought it from a flea market a couple years ago.
What?
Yep.
All right, number 4.
Number 4.
Man, oh man, this is another one of my Christmas little stocking stuffers. This game, I put hours and hours and hours. These were so terrible. The graphics were so terrible, but
hey man,
the games were so
better,
fun.
did you? You didn't know any better. You didn't
know better, man.
You didn't know it.
They were number 3.
Number 3. This was one that was all over my playground, man.
Hey, so I was a big Bo Jackson fan. If you guys remember the cartoon Pro Stars, Bo Jackson, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. Well, Bo Jackson had a Tiger handheld, but what was unique about this one, you had football on one side, you flipped it over, you had baseball, a dual game like a dual athlete Bo Jackson is. This was my top 5.
Number 2.
Number 2. X-Men Project X. Now this one, I don't even need to go into detail. Anything X-Men at the time, man, I was on it. When that cartoon dropped on Fox, I could hear the theme song now. I had it all.
Boy, that was the days, man. I loved that X-Men franchise. It was like on Pizza Hut cups and little
everything.
And I mean, dude, everywhere. I loved the whole branding of it. That was the coolest thing in the world. And I think I had this one, man.
Yep.
I think I had this one. I had Gauntlet. I had a couple of them. I can't really remember which ones though. All right, number 1.
Number 1, I'm coming with something I had in junior high school, 1996. I just stepped on the junior high yard, and I tell you, man, I had a Game.com. Now, this right here was next level shit, man. I saw like on. If you don't know what Game.com is, this was a Tiger electronic handheld, but this was next level handheld for the time. And guess what? It had a Rolodex in it, and I used to keep my little honey's numbers in there. Game.com, my number 1 handheld. I actually still have that. I actually still have my Nokia Engage too. That's not Tiger, but
that's
it was
funny, dude.
This was similar to the Nokia Engage. You just couldn't make phone calls on the Game.com. That's my number 1, no quarter.
Super cool, man. I loved all those things, man. I never had one of these. I had a little, it was like black and green, little like a data assistant.
When you talking about the little where you put numbers in it?
Yeah, and it had like an infrared port. You could email each other in the school.
Oh yeah, the little two-ways.
All kinds of, and it was cool as hell.
Yeah, these are the good days.
All right, you guys are never going to believe this, but I remembered here. We're going to fire off the wheel.
Oh, you remember?
I actually, believe it or not, but I remembered. We got the wheel here. Everybody get your hashtags in. Hashtag.
Get your hashtags in, except Mensa.
Right now, he can put them in there too. He can do something cool like this. That's okay. Like we said, guys, hashtag OSGL. We'll get you some cool new stuff. Let me show you. Enamel Konami code.
I need that.
Enamel keychain. You're going to get the lanyard, the Old School Gamer lanyard. Thanks for straightening me out on that, guys. And a beautiful back issue, brand new back issue, Old School Gamer magazine. It's got a wonderful no quarter corner in there that highlights the PAL Dragon in there. So if you want to learn a little bit about Dragon and you want to play some games and you want to learn some cool stuff about retro gaming, hashtag OSGO right now. All right. Here we go, guys. We're going to fire
Let's get it, baby.
Right now.
Good luck, everybody. Oh, look like Mensa missed it. Zedekiah.
Congrats, man. Congratulations.
Zedekiah Harrison, what's happening? Congratulations.
Absolutely. Hit me up after the show, man, and we will get you this shipped out. All right. Well, guys, there's another episode of Old School Gamer Magazine live. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us like usual. I hope you see us next Thursday. I don't know who we're gonna bring on, but we're gonna get Brian back to work. He's been laying around flopping. He thinks it's okay to be going on these week-long cruises and all this stuff for his birthday and his anniversary and all this stuff. So now it's time for him to get back to work, and we're gonna get our guest list filled back out. I loved having Bob on time. He's been one that we've been wanting to have on for a long time. So it worked out perfect that Ryan's been gone. I could slip him in there, but now it's time to get our list repopulated. So we'll see everybody next week. I know it's going to be a blast episode like it always is. We will see everybody then. Casey, you got any final words for everybody out there?
Hey, happy Thursday. I'm about to go get some adult soda. Peace.
That's a good idea. Later, guys.
Boom shakalaka! Hey everybody, it's Tim Kitzer here, the voice of some of your favorite video games like NBA Jam and NFL Blitz, and I'm here to talk to you about Old School Gamer Magazine. It's the magazine for retro gaming, and it's exploding. Kaboom! Old School Gamer Magazine now has twice the content, with new columns on retro gaming, arcades, retro computers, indie publishing, and a ton more. Plus gaming history, memories, and modern excitement in every issue. Find out when conventions are happening and what you might have missed at others around the country. Print issues come out every other month, and if you want to go green, digital options are available. If you aren't in the U.S., take a look at our digital options or the new print on demand through Amazon. This massively expanding magazine is all yours in print and digital for just $50 a year in the U.S., $75 in Canada, or digital-only subscriptions, including all of our back issues for just $20 a year. Visit oldschoolgamer.com and subscribe now. That's oldschoolgamer.com. Boom shakalaka!